It says psychiatrists are considered as specialists and usually charge a lot of money for consultations. How do you think we can combat the hurdle in our rural and disadvantaged areas? We can combat this hurdle by teaching people, by doing skills programs. Our healthcare workers in our communities, let them be trained about mental health. Not necessarily to diagnose people, but to know actually how to handle people. Our nurses, they need to handle, there are some sad cases, which one I experienced, whereby the lady had walked in and she had tried to commit suicide. And the nurses were making fun of her, saying that, asking the boyfriend that, oh, is she the one who's dead? I mean, imagine you just tried to commit a suicide about an hour ago. And when you walk into a clinic, people think it's a joke that you're actually dead but alive. We need better training, needs to be employed for our nurses. There's thousands of psychology students that have a degree in psychology but are struggling to get a job. Why not provide a skills training program for them for 1 year or 6 months? Give them experience so that they can be counselors in the community, the same way they do with people who do HIV counseling. How about we do that with mental health? There's a lot of young people that are interested in this field, but because of the constraints due to money and the fact that to be registered as a psychology, you need your master's. How do we get there? Like 5 years. How many people would have been diagnosed and would have not had success in finding a practitioner nearby? We need to rethink those things. HIPCASA needs to rethink how they do their system of people, psychology students being registered only when they have a master's. And there's also a registered counselor, but that one you don't get it with our public universities. Private universities are quite expensive. We cannot even afford that. So we're all going into our public universities and colleges. So these public universities and colleges, they actually need to make sure that within that 4-year degree or 3-year degree, that they actually give you experience to be qualified and employable once you leave the universities with your honors degree or your bachelor's degree, that you can actually start practicing.